Whoa!
Was that?
Whoa! What was that?
Whoa!
What was that?
Whoa!
Hi guys, it's Monday the 15th tonight. It's been relatively quiet this last couple of weeks, but tonight we do have Afterlife in for a very special night.
Yeah, there's been very little paranormal happen, but it's great to see that some of the old classics like the Cuckoo Clock can still scare our guests.
For a minute when there was nobody in the room, it
The cuckoo clock went off.
So on to the serious stuff now. So our first opening night of 2024, we had two guests sat in the downstairs bar near Bob, and quite an interesting moment happened. First of all, we had a lady who was touched on the shoulder, but while explaining this, a bag moved, which is really, really unusual. Take a look at this.
Yeah, the bag moves. The first movement could be the gentleman's leg as his leg moves. The second movement of the bag's really strange. It's as though the bag lifts and shifts towards him. Something that it's hard to explain what actually happens there. We now move on to Saturday just gone. Another quiet night really, but roommate delivered again. Take a look at this.
You around? The f*** was that? You around? The f*** was that?
I think what's really unusual with this one is we've obviously got these historic kind of noises with Jeanette in this room, but also there's the residents Billy and Sarah and such like. Are we seeing, something from the children here, or are we seeing something directly from roommates?
You around? The f*** was that?
Yeah, is it mimicking? We heard a child's voice saying "I'm sorry" over Halloween. Is it the same voice? It sounds very similar to me. Exciting night tonight. We've got Afterlife in. They investigate this building every couple of weeks. Seasoned investigators, really looking forward to what they bring to their investigation tonight.
Slowly we are starting to see glimpses of strange activity as My Haunted Hotel sees the return of investigations. And joining us for this lockdown is Afterlife and Spooky Events. This team of investigators have been witnessing activity here for well over a year. And for the first time ever, we have invited them in to film with us.
We're now into the quiet time of year, and the building's really quiet and activity as well. Now, we've got Afterlife in here. They're all obviously seasoned investigators. They know the building inside and out. Will this be able to draw up some activity tonight?
Now, we brought these in actually a year or two ago to run specific smaller events where they hire the building out and you can book on their nights here. We chose these guys because, one, they are absolutely great, but also they're really professional and they really know what they're talking about. And tonight is about getting them in here with us, and as well as having the thousands of people that we've had all seeing something potentially paranormal, let's get another perspective from professional paranormal investigators.
We are prepared for the huge investigation ahead, And having so many investigators here who know this building more than anyone would place us in the best possible position to capture something. Overseeing the 24 cameras would be Dan and Gibbsy, as Harry, Brett and I would also attend this lockdown.
Hiya, I'm Sophie and I own Afterlife and Spooky Events, and we investigate my haunted hotel once or twice a month. So out of the hundreds of venues that I investigate, my haunted hotel is definitely my favourite. The activity that's happened here is unbelievable. Some of the knocking, the footsteps that we've heard that we can't explain. Babies crying, dolls falling over, shadow figures, you name it, it's happened here. It's definitely the place to investigate, and it's just a continuous, ongoing investigation. It's nothing else like it. So tonight's the first night that some of the Afterlife team will be investigating with the lads at my haunted hotel. First chance we're getting to experience actually being locked down and investigating with the guys. We've got some of the main team with us tonight, some of the original team that we've had working with us for quite a long time. Tonight, I'm hoping no one puts me in room 8 on my own. And yeah, I just hope we get lots of activity, and hopefully we'll get it all captured on camera.
Tonight is going to be really interesting because they're all seasoned investigators. Everybody that's here tonight knows the building very well. And will this potentially trigger something ahead of later in the week when we have a very, very special experiment coming up?
We began the investigation by splitting the Afterlife team into rooms 1 and 4. Harry, Brett and I would move into other areas of the building, and with the entire location being monitored from the control room, there was no chance of missing anything.
The way that these groups have split up there, we've kind of got like a really good mix of people. I'm just looking in room 1 now, I can see the Estes session going on. Something that's really delivered with these particular investigators. I obviously know them very well, so I'm really keen to see what this brings.
Is the spirit in here who we heard laughter on the phone last year?
What was that?
Something in the corridor, that was like.
Preacher, man's voice.
Again.
Preacher's voice. Is there a preacher with us?
That's it, Brett.
I swear that's it, Brett.
Even I heard said that's it, Brett.
Very clearly, you can hear someone say Brett through the headphones as room 1 conducts the Estes method. Listen carefully.
That's it, Brett.
Alexander, was this your room?
That's my thing in the bathroom.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it going off?
Yeah, do you know the motion?
Left and right sensors.
Left and right sensors, yeah.
Okay.
That's just, I don't know which way it's just...
Spirits, do you want to come and join us in here? We'd love to speak to you, communicate with you in some way.
If you are in this room with us, could you make a noise wherever you are, please?
Or if you're in the hallway, can we hear your footsteps?
Hallway.
This is one of our corridor cameras, and we have highlighted where room 1 is, where Sophie has just heard a possible intelligent response, which is about to be correlated in a major way. Watch here as the word hallway comes through.
Or if you're in the hallway, can we hear your footsteps?
Hallway.
Watch carefully as one of the sheets at the end of the corridor moves, and we are 100% certain that this is not a draft, as it is the only time that this occurs. This corridor is famous for disembodied footsteps, and one of our best ever captures, as seen here. With room 1 completely unaware of what has just happened, and with nothing more captured in either room, we open rooms 2 and 5.
Yeah, so I'm just about to set up the motion activated laser grid. Quick simple explanation, all it is, it's got a motion sensor here on the front. Anything breaks the infrared, it'll cast a laser and we'll hear an alarm go off. So I'm just going to set it down.
So Afterlife has just gone into rooms 2 and 5, we've left them to it. We're actually in the kitchen, which you don't see that often. Yeah, things happen in here. Why don't we film too much in here?
I need to check something back because about 20 minutes ago I made myself a cup of tea on the bar just outside, and something has gone off the bar top, hit the floor on the other side of the bar, rolled. I've heard it, but there's nothing there. So we need to check that one back. I have no idea what it was.
Do you boys remember when we did the Singapore theory and we heard those huge knocks from in here? Harry, you remained in the brothel as the Intravox was on. Me and Brett ran in here to check out those noises, and then you heard someone say to you, sorry, or something like that.
Brett and I have both heard knocking coming from the kitchen area, and shortly we will show you the camera's footage from the kitchen. But as we head in to check it out, Harry remains in the old brothel when this happens.
Oh, hell. Hey, something just said sorry to me.
Serious? I was hoping something happened to you.
Yeah. I was asking out and it just went, sorry. Oh, hell. It's a really interesting part of the building, obviously, with all the stuff that happens to the chefs as well. I think around that time as well, something flew off the shelf, didn't it, Dan?
It wasn't too long either before or after that,
Yeah.
Can you come and say hello to Jazz? Oh, thank you, Spirit.
That's a REM pod.
That was a REM pod.
Is it? I've never known REM pods to go off, and that's twice in this room.
If that was you, Spirit, can you set that off again for us? Can you touch that again?
It's quite active, that little corner. There's normally a dolly there, isn't there?
Are Billy and Sarah with us? Do you think you can copy this?
I mean, the floor's a bit wet, it's been mopped since the chefs have left. It's not a great place to do a ghost hunt. It's a bit dangerous, really, so...
I like danger.
You don't yourself.
Yeah. It's very true.
What's happening now?
It's just falling.
Oh my God.
None of the teams are witnessing anything concrete. Harry, Brett and I make our way to room 6.
It's quiet in it tonight.
Yeah, so far.
One thing I should say, obviously I've been looking at different venues this past week, and you don't realise, well, I don't realise how blessed I am to have this place and the atmosphere and the things that go on, because these places felt really timid in comparison to this. We are blessed. You are blessed for me to have you on board.
Wow. Dear God. We'll cut there, shall we?
Did you try and knock on the door for us?
Can you hear it? Can you hear
footsteps?
footsteps?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that could be Danny or Brett, because they're filming.
Yeah, then go to room
And it
6.
says to ignore them. Come on, can you come and walk towards the room where we are?
Have the children followed us in here? Is Sarah here?
What was that?
It's a knock over in the corner. Was it by the door? Is there someone at the door? You can come in.
You want to stay at the world's most haunted hotel?
Join the team here for your very own overnight paranormal investigation like no other.
We have cameras covering every angle of this building. If something happens, it's captured.
Book now at myhauntedhotel.com. What is that?
What was that? We'll see you soon.
The My Haunted Hotel team are joined by Afterlife and Spooky Events as we host a special investigation. Up to this point, nothing major has been documented, as once again, things seem quiet. But that is all about to change as we devise a special experiment.
Okay, right, we've got all of the room numbers in a cup, and we're going to pick, so you all spend, I don't know, we'll do 15, 20 minutes in a room by yourselves. Room 8 is in here as well, as room 6 and everywhere else. So do you want to go in? Pick one out. They're just pieces of paper.
I can't feel it.
Yeah, I'm stuck. You got one?
Yeah.
Oh! No, I'm
what you got?
8.
They're actually all room 8.
Look
Having tricked Sophie into choosing room 8, the remaining Afterlife team choose their rooms in a mass lone vigil experiment.
So we've all just drawn our numbers from a little cup, and I've got room 3. So let's do this.
This is going to be good. We've split everyone into lone vigils, and we've got Sophie on her own in room 8.
I think you can tell straight away the tension is really high amongst them all here.
Yeah, everybody looks like they were, well, most of them look like they were on edge. There's only one or two that seem relatively calm.
Right, we've entered the My Haunted Hotel cellar. Foundations dating all the way back to the 13th century, the 1200s. If you are in the room with me, can you give me any sign at all?
Come on, there's no need to hide.
Can you copy this?
I've been here before, a couple of times. Quite a few times now, so you've probably heard my voice before. I'd love to hear yours. If you could make yourself known to me, please.
Vortex.
Don't know what the hell Vortex. What the f***? Oh, it's me. Oh, bed.
It's their own hood.
Oh, so read it easy.
We're 5 minutes in. Harry, Brett and Danny are in the cellar. We just sat waiting for something to happen. Nothing much has happened yet.
Thank you so much. Oh, that made me jump then. Thank you.
Oh, what was that?
Room 8, room 8, play it back.
Play that back. Play that back.
Whoa! Was that?
What's that behind you then?
Can't see anything. What the hell was that? Did you hear a voice?
I couldn't figure out where that came from.
What on earth? Hello? Has anyone come downstairs?
No, I don't think so.
What was that?
I don't know! Something's just fallen in front of me!
I need a torch. What the f is going on? Wasn't that, was it?
Is it that?
Oh my god!
A whirlwind of events has just turned this investigation into mayhem as multiple captures happen in quick succession. Sophie leaves room 8 as clear movement is heard within the room, and down in the cellar we hear a voice before something mysteriously moves.
Oh, what was that?
Whoa!
Was that?
Where's that come from? Up there? Is that? Or in here? What the f?
What, is that just like a massive coincidence or what? There's something moves where we hear a voice.
I touched that.
Please tell me you heard that voice.
I heard the voice, but I didn't know where it came from.
I just swear it was down here.
Hello?
Just double checking the bar, no one's there. We have just heard a distant voice coming from what I presumed was this part of the cellar here.
No, there's no one here.
There should be nobody here. Harry, come this way.
So I was sitting in room 8 and I heard like scratching on the wall, as in if it was like in the room where you first come in as you go into room 8. So yeah. Oh, can I swear? Sorry.
My haunted hotel had seemed to have come alive. Now we would join with our guest investigators and arm our unique Paracast device. Meanwhile, Harry takes centre stage in the infamous room 8.
Alexander, do you want to communicate with us? Or would you like us to leave?
If you want us to leave, you've got to do something amazing. Tell us to get out or make a big bang. What the? Did you hear that? If you want us to leave, you've got to do something amazing. Tell us to get out or make a big bang. What the? Did you hear that?
What was that?
What the hell? Did you say that knocking?
There was a knocking out there.
This distant bang seems to happen in response to Gav, and as you can see, the entire building is empty, and everyone is fully accounted for in rooms 4, 6 and 8, with Dan and Gibbsy positioned in the control room, which is situated next to the old brothel here. But things are about to get very strange.
Can you come forward and tell me your name? Or affect me in some way? As you know, I'm not scared of you.
So the fascinating thing is, and we brought this up earlier, is that obviously you guys got Heidi in room 2 2 weeks before we kind of confirmed
I think it was a few days.
Oh yeah, it was a week or so. Yeah, it was really strange. So it's quite interesting, and that's another reason that it's important that everything is documented regardless.
Yeah.
From 1600s.
Oh, this was built in
1622.
That's the one, yeah.
Civil
But that then was sounded like a
that one. Have dates come through Alexander before? Because I know they've had things come through.
If he was a Civil War soldier, he'd have been here around 1651.
Yeah, so because it was Gibbs you.
Yeah. Because I remember they had a really good session, and that's when Alexander come through quite.
It's like when we had that one with Lady Heidi in room 2, and then Brett had, Harry had it in room 6.
Oh no, I can't believe the correlation of that.
Yeah, that was good. And especially when you don't know about it until Brett told you.
Yeah. Did you serve King Charles? What does the name Oliver Cromwell mean?
I had just asked what the name Oliver Cromwell means. Chester was a royalist city during the English Civil War, and Cromwell was leader of the parliamentarians who laid siege here in 1651. Listen to what happens next.
What does the name Oliver Cromwell mean?
Whoa, wow. Danny's just asked about Oliver Cromwell.
And that's just said no.
That definitely said no.
That was a definite no.
That's got to be one of the others I
No, that's got to have been there.
That's them, but why?
No, that was clear. That.
Can you? Oh,
get out!
Thank you.
That literally just said get out.
Why do you want us to leave?
Is it impossible for you to speak?
2 knocks then.
That sounded on the door like a fingernail on the door.
It wasn't my feet, was it?
No, it literally sounded like a fainter.
Is it impossible for you to speak?
2 knocks then.
That sounded on the door like a fingernail on the door.
It wasn't my feet, was it?
No, it literally sounded like.
Whoa!
What was that?
At this point, one of the famous waves of activity that happens here on rare occasions had erupted throughout the hotel. Had I triggered a huge response, Or was the Paracast device causing a disturbance with its frequencies? This huge rumbling sound is captured in both rooms 6 and 8 and seems to come from within the fabric of the building.
Whoa! Whoa!
There's just been a massive drag in the building then. Don't know what that was. Everyone reacted in room 6 as well.
Harry's just heard that in room 8 as, oh my
Dave
god.
heard it in 6.
What the hell was that?
That was loud, that.
One very important aspect to note here is that all of this was captured live as it happened via our Room 8 live VHX camera. And ahead of our final session, some of the Afterlife team head into this room when suddenly tons of reports come filtering through from viewers watching live. Do you remember last year when this happened?
We reached the halfway stage of the investigation. Guests join in room 6 and use 2 phones in what's known as the phone experiment. One is placed in room 8 and the other remains with them in room 6. As Brett and I watch over the session, one of the most disturbing moments ever captured here happens.
Make yourself yours. We hear you. We hear no voice, any of the possible attachments to you. Like a laughing.
Camera, but we've got it on your SD card, which is now in my computer here, so we can play this back for the first time in front of everybody. This happened 4 years ago at Hatton Old Hall, and it's happened again here. Just wait for that to come through.
We hear no voice, any of the possible attachments to you.
Listen very carefully as live viewers hear this audio live.
Jeanette or Mammon, Arabas? Who's here? Jeanette or Mammon, Arabas? Who's here?
I was watching the live cameras the other night and they were investigating room 8 and we heard the goat noise, all the viewers on the live cameras that were watching and tuning in. I thought it was just me at first and I commented on the live chat and other people had heard it too, which was great. I thought I was maybe going mad because I have heard it before and it was quite unnerving. I think the experience that the project has given us as fans, members of the public, being able to join in as virtual investigators, watching the live cameras from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. It just adds another dimension to the project. There's so much activity has been caught by people who are just watching the cameras that then the boys go back and review. And it's just fantastic. Keep up the good work.
We confirm this disturbing capture in the days after this investigation, and as we all join in the famous brothel section, the building seems to fall quiet once more.
I'm about to leave the 360 cam down in this main part of the cellar to see if we can capture anything. Obviously last year is when we captured the shadow figure. I'm going to see now if this manages to capture anything in its 360 vision. Okay, we've all joined in the brothel section here. We're now joined by Dan Caravan and Gibbsy, who've been monitoring the investigation all night. There's been some really interesting moments happen. I know some of you guys were just on a bit of a...
Well, did you hear that then?
What? No.
Anyone upstairs?
No, we're all here.
Did you hear that upstairs?
I didn't see it.
Whereabouts?
Why is it above us?
I don't hear anything.
What is it you heard?
2 foot.
No, I missed.
I'm sure that lit up as well.
Harry, Brett and I heard a possible voice DVP in the cellar. Something also moved in there which we need to kind of watch back thoroughly. I know some of you guys had a REM device move in room 6 as well.
Song with that was sung for the Queen. It's like a royal name.
Can't be for the Queen, mate.
Song with that was sung for the Queen. It's like a royal name.
Can't be for the Queen, mate.
You once told us to take heed. Why was that?
Last year, during one of our call-out sessions in this old brothel area, we captured a female voice telling us to take heed. Our investigation produces no more moments of interest. Our 360 cam in the cellar captures nothing. But what this investigation had provided was a perfect example of how My Haunted Hotel can just come alive.
Yeah, really enjoyable night, good fun, which is what it's all about. Really weird dragging noise which I couldn't explain or something. Everyone heard it in room 6. I was in room 8 at the time. I've got no explanation what it was. I thought it might have been someone moving a table downstairs, but I've been told it wasn't. It's been good, loads of energy. I always think energy makes this place really work, but yeah, most enjoyable.
Tonight has been a breath of fresh air because we've had some decent activity. There's loads for us to now go through and make sure that, you know, we can debunk everything we can wherever we can. And it's going to be a long night for us from here on out, trying to work all of this stuff out. Good night. As Harry would say, most enjoyable.
Oh, absolutely shattered, to be honest with you. Running around, trying to cut all this footage. It's been hectic from the word go, and it started very, very quiet again. We've been recognising this quiet pattern, but things then started to erupt, and Dan and Gibbsy have done an incredible job tonight in the control room, keeping tabs on everything as it's happened. There was some correlation between room 4 and room 6, this dragging sound as well that Harry heard in room 8 and all the guys in room 6, and then in the cellar, I have no idea what even happened in there. Big moments, and it's been most enjoyable.
As we all leave location, the building lies silent, but around 2 hours after Harry locks up, something truly astonishing happens. And to see it in detail and hear our analysis, you must tune in to our next episode. But for now, we will leave you with this.